live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hi there. Good morning. Viva Fiesta. It is Thursday, April 25th.
Thanks for joining us. We are super excited about the Battle of Flowers parade happening tomorrow morning.
Now, there's lots to come still, but yeah, this is our homework. We've talked about them, and we figure we'd actually bring them out here and show you on the air. This is our program for and all our scripts for the entire parade here. Yeah, and this sheet right here, I can tell you, I'm not giving away a giant secret. So they told us for this one right here, for the world famous Budweiser Clydesdales, they were due to be entry number 25 at Battle of Flowers tomorrow, but they told us to pull that script and hold because there's a flyover planned and they don't want the planes to spook the horses.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's exciting. So that flyover should be about 10:30.
Right, and then we'll wait and see where the Clydesdales wind up. So they'll wind up somewhere else in the script. Thank goodness for hole punches, right?
Oh goodness, yes. Yes.
And then there's the entire roadmap, and this is what our crews use, everything behind the scenes for all this fiesta stuff, especially a big long parade like this. And the other thing you may not know about this parade is that a portion of it, and I'd say a large portion of it, is actually syndicated nationally. It's sold to other markets and it pops up at a later time. I told you earlier, I had a friend in Honolulu watching sometime last summer, and they're like, I just turned on the TV and happened to see what's called the Battle of Flowers parade in San Antonio, Texas.
That's funny.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought this was just airing here.
Yeah. No, it's just kind of all over the place. So don't be surprised if you see this parade pop up somewhere else at a later date.
Yeah, if you're on vacation or something. But the Vanguard part, that part is local.
Yeah, that's all local. So and of course you'll see all of it right here on KSAT 12. I don't have a photographic memory. Have you memorized any of this?
Memorized, no. But when it comes up again, I'll be like, oh yeah,
Right.
So there's a lot of bands. This year's theme for the Battle of Flowers is Viva Amor.
Viva Amor.
So a lot of the floats are kind of built that around the theme, and a lot of the performances as well.
So the outside covers waterproof. The pages not so much.
Yeah.
And Justin Horn is here, and that's of course one of the big question marks for especially tomorrow and Saturday.
For Battle of Flowers.
By the way, the A&M marching band is in the parade tomorrow.
Can't wait. By
they're in here.
Can we get a whoop?
I'll be quizzing you guys at 10 a.m.
What's that?
I'm going to be quizzing you guys over.
Oh.
We'll be fine.
Okay.
So do some studying. Yes.
We're fine.
There it is.
Fighting Texas Aggie band, one of the best. Hey, let's look at the headlines. We talked about this, the threat for a little bit of rain for Battle of Flowers. That is one of the headlines. I think it'll be light. Showers, drizzle, possible. But here's what I'll tell you. If you're heading out to the parade tomorrow, maybe take the umbrella with you just in case. You may want it. It may get a little bit damp from time to time. Then we're going to turn our attention to Saturday night. We could see a round of storms making their way towards San Antonio. Some of those could be strong. That's going to be after Flambeau, though, so this could time out okay. Saturday night into Sunday morning is the next time frame we'll be watching. And then beyond that, we have a busy pattern. There's more rain chances ahead, so this is very spring-like. Forecast for today, a little bit of drizzle this morning. Probably lets up here soon. 76 noontime. Then we'll get a little bit of sun this afternoon. We're back up in the mid-80s. 85 with southerly winds, 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then the drizzle, as we talked about, kicks back in tonight. So let's look at those parades specifically. Battle of Flowers, we're going to call for drizzle, some showers. 70s, not bad, but again, just could be a little bit damp. And then Fiesta Flambeau, temperatures in the 80s. There is a 20% chance of a storm, but for the most part, I think that storm activity holds off until after the parade. Much more on all of this, the risk for severe weather as well. That's coming up here in just a few minutes, but it's been a busy morning on the roads. Let's get the latest with RJ. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Justin. Yeah, seeing a little bit of gray skies out there, a little bit of dreary out there for some of our TransGuide cameras as we take a look here, 410 Blanco Road. Traffic moving pretty smooth in both directions there. Same situation there, 410 Jackson Keller. There is an incident on 410. We'll talk about that here in just a bit. Do want to let you know about this crash that just popped up on our maps right now for our drivers on the northwest side, Loop 1604 northbound, which is actually the eastbound lanes of 1604 right there at Cowsill Parkway, and that's right there, right by Brandeis High School. Not causing any major delays at the moment, but something, again, that just popped up on our map, something that we'll need to keep an eye on here. I-35 southbound Nogalitos Street. We have a crash being reported in this area. And of course, yesterday, during this same time, it was very busy in this area. Fortunately, not seeing anything like this right now, but still a crash. Southbound lanes 35 Nogalitos causing some delays for our drivers around the Burbank High School area in that direction. Loop 410 westbound Fredericksburg Road. We have a stalled vehicle being reported that's backing up some traffic in our area. But again, traffic still kind of getting through most parts of the near northwest side. All right, to Nyosa, it is day 3. Do want to remind some folks that are going to maybe be headed out maybe later tonight or tomorrow as well about these street closures that we've had in place over the past couple of days or so. So basically, Presa Street will be closed throughout the duration of Fiesta right here in Nueva Street. Also closed throughout the duration around the La Villita area. South Alamo is actually going to be closed from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Nyosa days only. So that would be tonight and then tomorrow night as well. Now, if you want to get around all this mess, all you need to do is head on St. Mary's Street. That will have access to Convention Way and Cesar Chavez around the La Villita and Hemisphere area. But again, La Semana Alegre is also going to be out there tonight. So things are going to get definitely very packed out there in this area. So make sure to head over to KSAT.com for more information on some of these street closures that we have not only tonight, but coming up for the parades as well. All right, Mark and Stephanie, that's a quick check of traffic. Back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. New at 9, a man was shot at a West Side apartment complex around 7:30 this morning. Now, San Antonio police trying to sort out what happened.
Well, according to police, a man heard someone trying to get into his apartment through the patio door. So this was at a complex off of Marbuck Road near Cable Ranch Road. The man asked the intruder what he was doing, and that man told him he lived there. The man who lived in that unit told officers the man breaking in became more aggressive, so he fired a shot in fear for his own life.
The man breaking in was shot in the stomach and taken to a hospital. He is expected to be okay. And now police are trying to determine where that man lived and if any charges will be filed against the other man.
And the time now is 9:04. Let's look at today's 9 at 9.
Crowds protesting the Israel-Hamas war clashed with police here in Texas and in California. Dozens of people were arrested at UT in Austin yesterday. Protesters and counter-protesters clashed. Even with a heavy police presence and officers on horseback, tension still escalated. Meanwhile, things were much more peaceful at UTSA. Demonstrators marched through the campus chanting and holding signs expressing their opposition to the war in Gaza.
The Supreme Court will hear arguments today over whether former President Donald Trump can be prosecuted over his efforts to undo his 2020 election loss to President Biden. Trump is claiming since he was president at the time, he cannot face prosecution. If the Supreme Court sides with Trump, the federal election interference case could possibly end. If they side against him, the case moves forward, but the likelihood of it going to trial before the November election is slim.
The Federal Communications Commission is expected to vote today to bring back net neutrality rules. The commission said the proposed move is about restoring a national standard of regulation for the internet regarding broadband reliability, security, and consumer protection.
Some of the country's biggest business groups are challenging the FTC's new rule that rolls back non-compete clauses for many workers across the country. The ban would apply nationwide and would override state laws regarding non-compete agreements. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce is challenging it in federal court.
A recall for certain Hyundai Genesis vehicles due to issues with the fuel pump. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says the fuel pumps on these cars can shut down, which cuts off fuel flow to the engine. The vehicles affected by the recall include GV70s, GV80s, as well as G80s and 90s made between 2022 and 2023. Owners can take their Hyundais to the dealer for a free repair.
The FTC is sending refunds to thousands of Ring users. It comes from a settlement with Ring over charges the company allowed employees and contractors to access cameras. That gave them the ability to view people's private videos without consent. The agency is sending the refund through PayPal. If you think you are entitled to a refund, you can request one on the FTC's website.
Reddit is focusing more on comments with an update to its mobile app. Reddit is seeking to make comments to posts more of a focal point to users' experience. But if you want to know what everyone's talking about, there's also a context bar where the original post will be pinned.
The 2024 NFL Draft begins tonight in Detroit. A record number of offensive players could be selected in the first round, with quarterbacks set to headline those first picks. As many as 6 could be selected on the first night, which would tie an NFL record. USC's Caleb Williams is widely projected to be the top pick, expected to go number 1 overall to the Chicago Bears. You can watch the draft tonight at 7 here on KSAT 12.
The big event today in San Antonio will be the Battle of Flowers Band Festival. The festival is the oldest and longest running marching band festival in the country. Students from more than 30 local high school bands will join together for this year's festival. It will take place at 7 tonight at Alamo Stadium, but you can also watch it online at KSAT.com and KSAT Plus. And that's today's 9 at 9. And some breaking news this morning. The rape conviction of movie producer Harvey Weinstein has been overturned by the New York State Court of Appeals. They are ordering a new trial.
The ruling states, quote, "We conclude that the trial court erroneously admitted testimony of uncharged alleged prior sexual acts against persons other than the complainants of the underlying crimes."
To be clear, this does not mean that Weinstein is a free man. Last year, he was sentenced in Los Angeles to 16 years in prison for charges of rape and sexual assault. Begin some big news for Harvey Weinstein legally out of New York City this morning. Right now it is 9:09, 72 degrees.
And we have to take a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back with your morning headlines and your full forecast.
Welcome back. 9:12 in your morning headlines. Airlines are going to have to trade your vouchers for cash, and a judge takes realtors a step closer to changing their business plan.
Plus, school breakfast and lunches are in for a treat, sort of. David Sears is here with your morning headlines.
So if you're a parent or you're a teacher and a treat means less sugar, then you're in for a treat. But if you're the kid, you probably want
More sugar.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll have that in just a second. First, let's start with this. If you fly every now and then, how many times have you been sitting at the gate and then the gate agent announces your flight is overbooked or your flight's late or your flight's canceled? So we're going to offer you a voucher for a future flight. Not anymore. The U.S. Transportation Department changing the way you get compensated. If you end up in one of those situations, the airlines now have to give you cash, and they have to do it within 7 days. That is, if a flight is canceled or for any reason delayed for more than 3 hours for a domestic flight or 6 hours for an international flight, or even if an airline changes any of your airports, adds connections, or downgrades your seat.
For, the average flyer, it'd be really good, beneficial, holding the airlines more accountable.
Yeah, you can also get money back for checked baggage being over 12 hours late to you on a domestic flight, or even Wi-Fi not working. The airlines, of course, they're not happy about it. A group that represents the airlines say things are much better these days. Customer satisfaction and air travel at all-time high. Airfares are at an all-time low when adjusted for inflation. They say refund complaints have fallen sharply since 2020, with $43 billion in refunds since then. The airlines have 6 months to comply with the new rules. A judge in Missouri basically put in motion a new way for people to buy and sell houses when it comes to compensating the realtors. The judge agreed on a settlement after the NAR was sued for the standard commission structure. He said it did violate antitrust laws. Up until now, a seller paid full commission, 6% about. The seller's agent got about half that. The buyer's agent got about the other half. Now seller's agents don't have to offer any of their commissions to the buyer's agents. The buyer can negotiate with their agent and then pay them, and that may knock down the percentage of those commissions. A final hearing is coming up in November. Hey, your kids won't be bouncing off the walls or in the class right after lunch. Teachers may probably like that a lot. The FDA is taking care of it for them. They are changing the amount of sugar and salt in school breakfasts and lunches. Those changes will take place over the next few school years. Starting in a couple of years, in the 2025-2026 year, certain products are going to have to change their standards for instant breakfast, for like cereals, yogurt, flavored milk. They're going to have to start limiting added sugars. Their goal by 2027, 2028, it can't be more than 10% of the total weekly calories for breakfast and lunches. Schools also have to reduce salt, 15% cut in lunches and 10% in breakfast by 2027, 2028.
We feel like this is a path, not the destination. There's a little bit more that can be done on added sugars and lowering salt.
So you think kids are going to start taking their own lunch more often?
Probably.
Can you imagine the kid that brings the Cabbage Patch Kids every day? And the other kids are eating school lunches and like, nanny, boo-boo, I got sugar, you know.
Yeah,
I don't, can they do that?
That makes it hard, yeah.
Can they do that though? When you pack a lunch, can you pack what you want?
Well, yeah, so I think it depends on the school. I think, at least for, my daughter's school, I think what's really looked upon, down upon is like candy, like actual candy.
Yeah. Like packing your kid's lunch with Sour Patch Kids.
Right, or, Hershey's or whatever. So, I mean, we still put a couple of Oreos in there, but not the full-on candy. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Depends.
In the next few years. I think
thank you,
I
David.
think more kids might be requesting, hey, you mind packing me some snacks?
I think so.
Yeah.
On the side. Thank you, David. Back outside with Live Cam. Another great day out there. Will we see a few peaks of sunshine later on?
I think so. Yeah, a lot like yesterday. The sun came out late. It turned out to be pretty warm and humid. I think the big question everyone has is, are we going to see some rain? Are we going to see severe weather? And how does this work with all our fiesta events? And we're still kind of working through that, but I think we have a little more clarity this morning on that forecast. So let's start with another look outside. 73. Dew point is at 69. And if you were driving to work this morning, you may have encountered some of that drizzle and light shower activity. There's just so much moisture out there that we're going to see some of that drizzle each and every morning. So with that in mind, for tomorrow, for Battle of Flowers, there's potential for some drizzle there and maybe some showers too. We'll talk about that in just a second. South-southeasterly winds at 13, and that continues to bring in the moisture and the cloud cover. Look at all the clouds. I mean, basically our entire area here is shrouded in clouds. There are some breaks as you get over towards Seguin and New Braunfels, but I don't think it'll last very long. That cloud cover will fill right back in. So if you are seeing some sun right now, know that it will be fleeting. As we get into the afternoon, there certainly could be a few more breaks, though, and we'll call it mostly cloudy later today. 76 noontime, 85 is our high. There is a 10% chance of a shower or storm later today, but I wouldn't bank on it. I do want to watch what happens out west, say around Del Rio and Eagle Pass. That's where we could see a few afternoon storms. So let's get right into the futurecast. And we're going to fast forward to 5 o'clock today. Some showers around Dallas, Fort Worth. Doesn't show much here. And yes, we could see an isolated storm or two develop right along the border this afternoon. I don't think these storms make it far enough east, though, to affect San Antonio. There will be bigger storms, though, up across parts of North Texas and Oklahoma. So the Storm Prediction Center has a risk of a 3 out of 5 for parts of the Texas Panhandle up to parts of, say, Oklahoma City. Notice San Antonio and much of our areas not included in any risk. So today I don't think we have much of a problem, but there will be probably a pretty significant outbreak up across parts of North Texas. Now let's get into Friday morning, 7 a.m. This particular model does show some showers working their way in from the west and northwest. So this is all going to be dependent on what develops later tonight up across, say, San Angelo, and then works its way south and east. If some of that activity can hold together, we could see some showers, and this shows even maybe a rumble of thunder tomorrow morning. Something to watch, because, of course, we do have Battle of Flowers tomorrow, and this it still shows a few showers around, say, 10 a.m., and then by 5 o'clock, I think a lot of this will be moving out, but the Storm Prediction Center does have a risk for severe weather tomorrow on a scale of 1 to 5, a 1. So it's low end. Now let's get into Saturday. Saturday morning, drizzle again. We're in the same pattern, right? And then as the afternoon comes along, this does not show much, but watch what happens by Saturday night. This is 11 o'clock. A line of storms begins to develop, and I think this works its way towards San Antonio by Sunday morning. And we could see some wet weather and maybe some strong storms yet again. Storm Prediction Center has part of our area at a 2 out of 5 going into Saturday night. So again, all time frames we got to watch. But as I said, I think Battle of Flowers, drizzle, showers, a little damp. Take the umbrella with you. And then for Flambeau, honestly, I think most of the storms hold off until after Flambeau. So we're just going to call for a 20% chance of a storm. That's how I think everything plays out. 84 Friday, 86 Saturday. There will be a 40% chance of storms Sunday morning. And then even as we get into next week, the pattern stays pretty active. And it's that time of year where almost each and every day we got to watch for a little bit of severe weather.
Are we interrupting breakfast?
I think we are.
Excuse me.
Over here.
What do you,
Sorry.
You said
I was still listening.
You were.
I was too. We are down to our final 2 Fiesta medal giveaways. This afternoon is your chance to get an SA Live medal. They'll be out at Caliber Auto Care off of Alamo Ranch Parkway. Start lining up at noon, and the medals will be handed out at 2 p.m.
Yay. And if you still haven't gotten an Adam Caskey medal, those are pretty cool. You can see it's like Caskey clips, for this year's eclipse.
Right.
This is your last chance to get one. He's going to be out at the Bob Mills Furniture later today handing out medals. So you can start lining up for those medals at 4 p.m. and they'll be given out after 6 p.m.
I'm only jealous because I haven't had breakfast yet. So.
Oh, no. Well, I was like, you could have. Do you want some?
No, I could always get a Snickers because I don't want to be hangry. Thank you, though. Very sweet.
Yeah.
It looks good.
It is.
What was it? It was an
acai bowl.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Right now, 9:21, 73 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Your 2024 Fiesta Royalty, powered by your local San Antonio area Chevy dealers.
My name is Ryan Scrimsher, and I'm the Fiesta Teen Queen.
Meet the youngest member of Fiesta's official Royal Court. Ryan is a senior dance major at Northeast School of the Arts, and her passion for dance goes all the way back.
I've been a competitive dancer since 3rd grade, and I've just been in dance since I was 3.
4 years ago, Ryan's life was forever changed.
I had spinal fusion surgery going into my freshman year of high school, and I was just really struggling with understanding how to experience life in the way I really wanted to.
Around the same time, she joined the Women's Club of San Antonio.
During my time as an ingenue and kind of growing up with these girls, I kind of just realized how important it is to give back and the meaningful things you can do with your life.
2 experiences that inspired the theme of her reign, living life in full bloom.
It's just been really amazing to tell people what I've been through and how they can grow from any experience they face, whether it's as drastic as what I went through or something small, because everything matters, every experience, and everything you can learn from and grow from, and I feel like that's really important.
This Fiesta season, Ryan is ready to spread her message and give back.
I'm also really excited to go to schools and meet kids who kind of look up to the royalty, because I always would watch the parades and be like, I want to be one of those queens and have the pretty train and the crown. But there's so much more than that.
And don't forget the Fiesta food.
I love the fun frozen lemonade and funnel cakes. I'm excited to try new stuff this year. I have ventured out with my food in the past year, so I'm excited. Viva Fiesta!
If you want to head out to Battle of Flowers Parade tomorrow, we still have tickets available for the KSAT party. Scan this QR code and it will take you directly to the website to buy tickets. They're just $40, and that comes with 2 free breakfast tacos, 1 free drink, and great seats to the parade and a private bathroom area. It will also get you up close to our broadcast area.
And you'll get a chance to meet some of us out there, some of our other KSAT family members as well. We're looking forward to seeing everyone out there. And remember, your tickets now, go ahead and try to get them with that QR code before they sell out.
There's still seats available. I looked at the seat chart today, and there's still mid and upper level bleacher seats available.
Okay.
It looks like it's about maybe just over 3/4 full.
Not bad.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll fill a lot more of those seats later today. 9:27, 73 degrees. A lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including a look at a new school in San Antonio that includes teachers and therapists working together to help young children learn in an inclusive setting.
Plus, who will the Dallas Cowboys pick in the first round of the NFL draft tonight? That's what all Cowboys fans are wondering today. David and RJ will be back with a look ahead to the draft, airing tonight right here on KSAT 12.
In San Antonio, we're learning how to do inclusion, which means we're learning how to create spaces where kids with developmental delays and typically developing kids can learn together. And the Rise School wants to be a model for that.
A new school for young children is on a mission to provide high-quality education for all children in an inclusive setting.
Our Tiffany Huertas explains the school's approach and how it involves teachers and therapists working side by side.
What does the curriculum look like for the school?
So we're really focused on meeting the kids' needs across 6 areas, whether that be their thinking skills, their movement, their occupational skills, which is learning to use your fingers, letters and your fine motor skills so that you can write later on, your social emotional skills so that you learn to understand your own body and your own self and get along with others.
Vanessa Hurd and Leslie Gonzalez are excited for the opening of the RISE School of San Antonio this summer.
We're going to be enrolling students ages 1 to 3 in August, and we're going to have 2 classrooms, basically the 1s and 2s, and they are going to have 1 teacher for every 3 students.
The school will later enroll students up to 6 years old. Young children with or without developmental delays will learn and play together.
We have 4 therapists on our team, so speech, occupational, physical, and music. With those 4 therapists, we can provide all of the supports that children need.
The school will be located at a Christus Children's Hospital building in downtown San Antonio. The school director, Leslie Gonzalez, is also an occupational therapist and saw the need for a school like this one in San Antonio.
I worked for Christus Children's for about 8 years. During my time there, I was able to see the need for educational environments for kiddos, of all ages, especially for kiddos who had special needs or developmental delays.
For families with financial need, the school offers tuition assistance scholarships.
What do you hope comes from this school?
We want to provide the best setting for all the kids and the families. So we anticipate, serving hundreds of families well into the future and giving their kids just a leg up that they wouldn't have had. We want every child that graduates from RISE to be ready to join any mainstream kindergarten setting.
Tiffany Huertas, KSAT 12 News.
Let's look out there with live cam. Nice and humid if you're a fan. I guess it's good for your skin, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. I walked out this morning, was like, oh yeah, that's right, it's gonna be humid.
That was what the thought that was going through my mind. Oh, this is good for my skin. This is.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah. Yes, humidity.
Learned so much. Anyway, it is humid out there, and we're seeing on TrainSky camera there's still some spots where there is some moisture on the camera, so we know there's some drizzle here and there. Pollen count is in despite the damp weather. Molds are staying low, 320. Pecan is low at 40. And as we look at the satellite picture, just a ton of clouds out there. It'll take until probably late this afternoon for us to see some sun. 73 here in town, 70 in Kerrville, 72 Hondo, 73 in Carrizo Springs. Rain chances as we go forward, 30% Friday, 30% Saturday. But know that the rain chances tomorrow generally in the morning. Rain chances on Saturday are generally late at night and Sunday in the morning. So there's some nuance there to these rain chances. And we're going to talk much more about that, how this affects the parades and what you can expect as you head out to Battle of Flowers tomorrow. Coming up in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, buddy. Last night during our latest Know My Neighborhood episode, we learned all about life in the heart of our city. And part of that is the ongoing construction.
That's right. Construction work has turned busy streets into blocked off cone zones, and we're seeing the impact of that right now during Fiesta. So our Katrina Weber found out how people who live downtown are overcoming these bumps in the road.
No matter how much he prepares, Steve Wood knows he's in for a rough ride. He's getting ready to give a downtown bike tour, lately full of detours.
We may find out that yesterday that street was open, today that street is closed.
Road construction, he says, has him constantly rerouting. Cone zones have closed off several main streets.
Luckily, we have the flexibility to work around things. We just have to explain to our guests, well, you may not see the Alamo today.
The city of San Antonio is doing major long-term work on a stretch of Broadway south of Hildebrand, on and around Santa Rosa Street, and on South Alamo between Market and Cesar Chavez.
Oh, it's a mess. Yeah.
So
it's a lot of construction going on.
The street closures can catch some visitors by surprise. Others live with this every day.
It definitely takes some navigation getting through this. I log into where I'm going, where I'm leaving from, where I'm going, and it gives me all kinds of routes.
Christopher Moore uses a phone app to get around by bus. He has parked his car for good at his downtown home, but he says his usual 15-minute trip to work is now an hour-long ordeal. In some cases, even walking can be difficult. If I was trying to cross from this corner to, say, Hemisphere Park over there, well, there just aren't a lot of options. We saw some people chancing it by crossing in the middle of busy Cesar Chavez. A few blocks away, this couple is doing their best to feel festive instead of frustrated.
We'd like for it to be done and so we can get around a lot easier.
They say they sometimes drive the back roads, but often end up stuck in traffic.
You just have to wait it out.
Oh, definitely. Playing, of course, their favorite music and the radio, and you just have to have patience.
For others, the end of the road for the construction work can't come soon enough.
That was Katrina Weber reporting. Now, she said there is an end in sight for the Broadway project. She says the city said it should be completed by this summer, while the rest of those cone zones should disappear by the end of next year.
Yeah, just got to wait on that. And another project going for nearly a year now involves the Brooklyn Avenue exit from southbound I-35. You might remember that closed down last spring due to a fire on the underside of the highway. So TxDOT says that exit will be demolished in June, with a replacement coming by the end of this year. So we're going to continue to follow up with all of these projects.
It sounds like an ambitious timeline.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think it's going to take a little longer.
We shall see.
Yeah.
9:38, 73 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
And still to come, David and RJ will be back to preview tonight's first round of the NFL draft and what they think the Cowboys and Texans need.
It's always a great day to go to the zoo, and the San Antonio Zoo is getting ready for Fiesta 2. They'll be holding their official Fiesta event this weekend.
Festival de Animales celebrates animals, culture, and conservation, so make sure to join them for some Fiesta fun. Welcome back. It's 9:42 on this Fiesta Thursday.
Yes, and you guys have memorized all your scripts for tomorrow.
Of course.
We're aware of the important parts.
That's good.
That's a good way to put it.
So you know about the Clydesdales, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
We're on board.
They're getting ready. Let me show you a picture here.
You're
on
showing
KSAT Connect.
Super Scoopers? Oh, no, there's a Clydesdale.
That's the Clydesdale at Fort Sam Houston, getting ready to go to Fiesta.
Yeah.
They're so pretty.
Well, unless you've seen them up close, you do forget how truly big the adult Clydesdales are.
Yeah, they're massive.
Yeah.
And the sound of the clomping,
Yep.
and I don't know if that's the correct term, but
We know what you mean.
We're
know
going
what
to
I'm
go with
saying.
that. Yes.
Anyway, great picture. We appreciate it. And yes, we are excited about the parades coming up this weekend. Of course, how is the weather going to cooperate? That is the big question. And as we go outside for you right now, we've got cloudy skies here in San Antonio. There is still some drizzle in spots. We can see that on some of the TransGuide cameras. 76 New Braunfels, 74 Pleasanton, 70 in Bernie and Kerrville, and of course, very, very humid. There's the cloud cover. And now at this point, almost the entire state of Texas is covered in clouds. It just shows you that moisture is getting transported north in a big way. And this is going to set the stage for several days of severe weather. Not necessarily here, but across the middle part of the country, this is going to be a stretch where there is going to be, I think, a lot of severe storm reports, unfortunately. 85 is what we're shooting for today. Of course, it's dependent on the clouds, but I think with some breaks this afternoon, that'll get us up into the mid-80s, a lot like yesterday with low 80s for the hill country. Okay, let's look at the forecast again. And again, this is 5 o'clock. Later today. Not much there, maybe a few storms out across West Texas, but we just don't expect much here in San Antonio. Now, as we get into tomorrow morning, that's when things could change a little bit. And by the way, the severe weather risk today is highest up across North Texas and Oklahoma City. So this is kind of the first round up there for severe weather. But for our purposes, as we get into tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., there could be a few showers around. I think we'll see drizzle for sure. The question will be, do we get showers and maybe even a rumble of thunder? It's going to be dependent on what comes out of, say, the San Angelo area tonight to our north and west. If that can hold together, we could see some of those showers by tomorrow morning. Something to watch. Go ahead and take your umbrella to Battle of Flowers just to be safe, because I think it could be wet, at least damp, with some of the drizzle around. And then by Friday morning, again, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., still showing some showers around. And then tomorrow afternoon, there is a small risk for a storm or two that could become strong to severe on a scale of 1 to 5 or to 1. It's very low end, but bears watching. And then on Saturday, we start off with drizzle again. Saturday afternoon, not much. I think Flambeau will be okay, but watch what happens late Saturday night. This is 11 p.m. We get storms developing with another system, and these storms could hold together and make their way towards San Antonio by Sunday morning. And so late Saturday night, there's a risk of 2 out of 5 for parts of our area for severe weather. So we're going to have to watch all these time frames. But the Fiesta Parade forecast, Battle of Flowers, drizzle, showers, temperatures in the 70s, and then Flambeau, just a very small chance of a storm. Temperatures in the 80s. And of course, keep the KSAT weather app handy. We'll keep you updated on whatever develops. And you see the 7-day forecast. We got rain chances across the board. Highest Sunday morning, but even going into next week, we could see some more storms, and a few of those could be on the strong side. So we're entering a busy stretch, guys.
Let's hope it holds off for the most part during the parades.
Yeah, let's hope. Yeah.
Thank you, Justin. Well, the countdown is on to the first round of the NFL draft.
Yeah, the Cowboys will be on the clock later tonight. David and RJ are back in studio to break down tonight's draft up in Detroit, which will be carried live right here on KSAT and ABC.
David is over here feverishly studying his notes.
Yeah, well, no, he said late tonight. Yeah, the Cowboys don't pick till 24th. So, half of us will be in bed asleep by the time they pick.
Yeah, you're going to have to stick around for a little bit, unless the Cowboys maybe make some moves that traditionally have not done so in the past couple of years.
They haven't done anything in the offseason. They've been very quiet, except for the fact that we haven't really talked about it. They lost, 10 players?
They did.
Left free agents. There's some holes in that offensive line that are really huge. They didn't bring in a lot of big name players. They haven't done any extensions for Dak Prescott or CeeDee Lamb or even Mike McCarthy. So, I mean, there's a lot of questions that I think one person just asked a simple question. What are they doing?
Well, it feels like a wait and see kind of thing going into the season. I mean, they have a lot of money to spend in the future, right?
I think it's like David mentioned, trying to get some of their guys re-signed, CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons, those types of guys, and then we'll see what happens, where they go with this draft. We will talk about that. First of all, David, Caleb Williams, the projected number 1 pick in this year's draft, the USC quarterback. Texas fans may know him because he played at Oklahoma for a season.
This guy comes with some baggage, though, doesn't he?
Oh, man.
It's
swag, David. It's swag. You know what I mean?
I think Chicago's still going to grab him.
That's what you call baggage these days? Is that the new term? Comes with a lot of baggage, but it's swag. Okay, well, what's in that bag? Not a whole lot.
If you're not sure about your pick, you throw out a $5 billion stadium offer as a distraction.
There we go. That's what...
That'll bring in Caleb Williams.
That'll bring in Caleb Williams.
Chicago. But David, they do compare his game to your guy, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Wow.
No.
And I know Mark's going to be paying close attention here because the Commanders, they pick second in the draft, and many people project them to take LSU quarterback Jaden Daniels, the Heisman Trophy winner this past year.
Which is interesting because he's not projected till late in the top 10, but they may move up and he may move up in the draft and get him. There's only 3 quarterbacks or 4 quarterbacks that are projected to go in the first round. So back to the Cowboys, that kind of eliminates the Cowboys from maybe drafting a quarterback. But then again, you never know who may fall because you know how they get on these little rolls, offensive linemen will start going. So everybody thinks, if I need an offensive lineman, better get him now because he may not be there in the second round when I want him. So they kind of get on these little rolls every now and then. And we know if you look at some of the draft picks, some of these pre-draft picks that people have, that the Cowboys, they got a lot of folks are picking the kid from Georgia, one of their offensive linemen, to go to the Cowboys.
Yeah, let's show what the picks that the Cowboys have over the next couple of days here. We could see pick 24. That's the first rounder.
Weekend long, man. That's a draft party that never ends.
56-87, and you mentioned, David, I think offensive line, that's going to be a big key for them moving forward. They lost Tyron Smith, Tyler Biadasz, their center, so definitely going to need to kind of fill out some more spots there.
Stop.
I got him.
Mark over there.
I got him.
That's true. He is now in Washington.
Yeah.
They lost Gallup, wide receiver.
They lost Dan Quinn.
They lost
Washington
Dan Quinn to Washington.
Running back, we could go running back. No more Tony Pollard. There was some talk about them bringing Zeke back. I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen.
The Cowboys, they've
got some holes to fill. It would not surprise me if they did make some trades to maybe move up or made some trades to move down.
Yeah.
like get rid of the first pick, especially if they come to that pick and there's still some offensive linemen that are really good or some guys that they want. They trade that pick to get more picks.
Yeah.
So they may be trading down just to see if they can collect 4 or 5 more picks because they only have 7 total and they only have 1 in the 4th round.
Yeah. So you wait all night and then they trade the pick.
And then
out.
they trade the pick. So.
And then you're like, oh boy. Okay. Texans, David, they actually are not going to be picking in the first round because they traded that pick to Minnesota.
Why?
A lot of people think the Vikings are going to try and move up and
Why
get
did they trade that pick?
J.J. McCarthy. Well, the Texans have been very busy. They traded for Stephon Diggs. They traded for Joe Mixon. They signed Danielle Hunter. I mean, the Texans have been very active. C.J. Stroud, a blossoming star. So I think for them, probably focusing on the offensive line.
You made that trade happen for the Vikings, didn't you, RJ?
I manifested.
Good job.
Yes,
Way to go.
I totally manifested.
You know what you did? All you did was help the Texans.
They've got a lot of picks.
Get even more, improve even more, and get ready for another maybe even deeper playoff run this year. Because I'm guaranteeing people are expecting them to get in the playoffs.
Oh yeah,
and maybe go all the way to the
and they still have
AFC
picks.
Championship.
They still have picks from the Deshaun Watson trade. That's what I was seeing on their draft board. I was like, wow, Texans have a lot of picks, so they were maybe able to give or trade one of those that first round pick.
Are there any other teams that have that kind of draft capital this year? It seems like a ton of picks.
It definitely does. I think Philadelphia has got a lot because they made a couple of moves over the past couple of years. So I think if you look at the Eagles, the Giants, I'm hearing maybe going to move up a little bit. Broncos, Raiders, it's going to be a fun night.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night, except for the Cowboys.
Late at night.
I don't know what they're doing. There's some purpose for their madness or a madness for their purpose or something.
Okay.
Coverage
Method
begins
to their madness.
tonight at 7 o'clock. KSAT.
Method to their madness?
Yeah. Or a madness to their method.
It works either way.
It does.
Yes.
Well, for them, it may be a purpose to their math.
Right.
I don't know
what they do.
And if you're bored, watch Draft Day with Kevin Costner. Great movie. Thanks, guys. 9:51, 73 degrees.
We'll be right back.
This is a good movie. Don't forget the Battle of Flowers Band Festival is tonight at Alamo Stadium. It begins at 7 o'clock, and if you're heading out there, make sure to remember there's a clear bag policy at that stadium.
So if you can't make it out there, we have you covered. You can watch our live broadcast on KSAT.com or KSAT Plus. Mike and Fiona from SA Live will be hosting it. And if today you're just too busy, we're going to rebroadcast it on Saturday afternoon.
And if you're heading out to Battle of Flowers Parade tomorrow to see Stephanie in person, here's what you need to know.
Oh, my goodness.
This year, the parade will begin at 10:30, winding through the streets of downtown. The parade will follow the same path as last year. It was pretty good. It'll begin on North Main near San Antonio College and then ends near West Martin.
Yes, Mark will be ready to meet you out there. We're going to have pre-parade coverage on GMSA at 9, followed by a pre-show and parade coverage starting at 10 a.m. The Vanguard reminder kicks up at 9:55 with the parade starting at 10:30, a little later. So if you can't make it out to the parade, you can still watch it live on KSAT, KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, or any way you stream. And of course, the one thing everyone will be watching closely will be the weather, Justin.
Yeah, after I get both of y'all's autographs tomorrow.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
You want it now?
You want it now?
It is going to be a little damp, I think, for Battle of Flowers. There could be some drizzles, some showers around. We're going to be watching the radar closely. And yes, some more storms Saturday night into Sunday morning. Could see some strong storms.
All right. Make it go away. I'm just kidding.
Rain or shine, we'll be there.
Yes. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining us.